Pete, thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
You're welcome.
Let's just draw on last night's game. So you'd already previously mentioned that it would be competitive playing against Sweden, considering that they have a high calibre of players,
Yeah.
and also that they're a very organised squad. Unfortunately, England did lose 3-1. Tell us about the game.
You're going to make me relive a very painful experience.
Oh dear.
No, it's not, because whatever the result, we are trying to build a programme that's going to be competitive at European level.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just another hit that we've taken that we know that we're going to become stronger as a result of. So we knew exactly what you've said. The Swedes they're a good side, and in the past, or for the past few years, we may have carefully selected opponents to give us a really good chance of getting the win, because the win builds the programme. We're now at the level where we're choosing opponents that will give us a real test. So we know we might be successful and win some, we also know that we might lose some. And Sweden were one of those. They should have really qualified for the main round in the Euros, and it was a bit of a shock that they didn't. So I think both nations knew that it was going to be, pre-qualifying was out of the way. Both teams were hopefully going to go through, and this was going to be a real hard preparation for both, ready for the main round. Unfortunately, neither of us made it. But that's
that was
the
unfortunate
calibre
as well. Yeah.
That's the calibre of opponent that we're now trying to select. So we had 34 shots in the second half. So we were trying to build the same kind of momentum that we took into the game when we played Latvia in Malta, and it worked regarding the shot count, but those shots have got to either be on target or they've got to go in the net. And unfortunately, I know in any sport goals change the game, but in futsal it's absolutely vital that if you get chances you take them, and we didn't. So,
how are the players feeling with the game today?
Do you know what? We finished breakfast this morning and all the players left, and I thought they were leaving to go and have a rest or a lie down. They went into the team meeting room, and I don't know what they've said, I don't know what the agenda was. They may just be planning something for later on.
So they just took it upon themselves to...
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And to be honest, we've been working on that for the last 5 years, that we will guide and support and obviously give the information as and when it's needed, but we want them to become very, very self-directed and really take a lot of ownership for what the squad looks like. We'll always have ultimate control, but if they can do that off the court, we think they take that real responsibility onto the court. And for them to go into the meeting room is a great sign for me.
No, that's brilliant. That's very much you as a teacher, isn't it, as well?
I think so.
It's not about a dictatorship. Like you said about them taking ownership of how the programme can then further develop.
Yeah.
But in the end, you've been the strategic lead, of course. But
and I think some coaches see that as a weakness because I hold all the information, I've got all the knowledge. Well, actually, nobody has. And my job, I think, is to release a group of 14 players to be able to think themselves, to sort things out for themselves on court. And I'm almost used as a checking mechanism or a sounding board to say, look, this is what we're thinking. And then obviously we structure training so that we're working on certain things. Yeah. But it has to be a two-way street.
No, definitely, especially to create the buy-in. And in that sense, I think that age doesn't matter, because often it's, well, when they're younger, and this is just, I'm saying generally in coaching, it's said that, you might need to give them all the information, or at certain ages, then you can allow them to make decisions. But when they get older, and I just think, well, actually, it's across the board.
Always.
Yeah.
I think if you have a programme that actually puts that self-direction and ownership and choice right through the whole lot, you get players who grow up with that, and that's what they become, and they can deal with it. And at international level, unfortunately, you're going to have to be a good problem solver and a good decision maker. That doesn't come by me taking all the decisions and having all the power.
No, definitely. Pete, on our futsal show, there's something that's commonly debated, which is we've got a handful of people, or a number of people, who believe that futsal is purely used as a development tool, and then that can feed into football. Yeah. And then you've got, on the other hand, those who say, well, actually, futsal should be seen as a sport within its own right. Yeah. And until it is, it's never likely to really blow up. What's your opinion on that? Do you think it's either raw or can it be a mix?
You said you weren't going to ask any really tricky questions, didn't you? Yeah. I think both camps are right. So if there are two perceived camps, I think because of my other role with the FA, working with 5 to 11-year-old players and their coaches, I just want every 5 to 11-year-old child playing futsal because of what it gives, and it links to what we've just been talking about. And you're the best person for that
role, by the way. Can I just
say? It links to what we were just saying about. If you want good problem solvers and decision makers, you need to put them in a situation or a game that forces them to make decisions and solve problems. Futsal is absolutely brilliant for that. You also get the real technical and physical returns that go alongside that. So developmentally, I think if you build in an argument to say it should be part of a really world-class development programme, I think you've got it. Mm-hmm. Part of me also knows the game and how it's grown in other parts of the world, and it stands on its own 2 feet. I think we've tried to open that door by saying, let's do the development bit first, but longer term the game has to stand on its own 2 feet. But it has to be the kind of product that people want to engage with and to come and watch and be involved in. And at the moment, that's what we're trying to build, that really good product that everybody wants to engage with, and it's happening.
Yeah, because I streamed the game online, and it was great that we were able to watch it last night. And there were an awful lot of. So I saw Brentford brought their futsal team down. There a lot of young kids down there, families. So the atmosphere was definitely one where it's it's a real football game.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I think we've got a chance to influence a generation of young people who, for my age. Futsal just wasn't on the radar. Yeah. But now, young people can grow up with futsal being a real option. Once they start saying, I want to do more of this, or I want to play in the league, or I want to get on the international pathway, then suddenly we need an infrastructure that's can cope with that. That structure is in place. We've got the clearest pathway ever. If someone wants to take futsal seriously, we've got regional centre of excellence, we've got a development squad, and then you come in with me to St George's on an England camp. So if teenagers now who are maybe disengaging with football really want to take futsal seriously and they've got some talent, the pathway's never been clearer and it's never been shorter. There are probably 3 steps to get to an international camp.
Oh, excellent, because that was actually going to be my next question, if there are those, because we had Luke Belinga on a live phone-in on one of our previous shows, and it was such an amazing story when he said he got picked up, and and simply got told, well, you'll be getting a call from the England manager, being yourself, and then there he is now playing for England. So there is a clear structure in place for those who aspire to be a Futsal England international. Yeah. These development centres, how would young people go about finding out about them?
Yeah, the commitment they need to make, I'm talking about the player, is that they play regular futsal, hopefully with a team, so that we can go and have them looked at.
So a team in a national league?
Yeah. Then there's a referral system, so if someone says, look, you've got to come and have a look at this young lad at the moment, because at the moment it's a male, so I'm not being sexist, but it's a male game at the moment. Come and have a look at this boy. There will be, one of our 8 regional centres will be near, hopefully, where they live, and they can go in and we can have a look at them. They meet on a fairly regular basis, and then from there, the next step is the development squad, which is just underneath the England squad. We're actually putting another, it's not another tier, but we're reshaping it. We are going to put an under-23s England team.
Oh, I see.
We're going to form a squad from regional centres and a development squad. They will have a games programme as well. So we're really trying to say, the first time you play international futsal shouldn't be with the senior squad.
Yes.
We're trying to put a tier in that's even more refined and more efficient than what we've currently got. But we will have a home and away international fixture as part of that. So my message to you and to the young people out there is, look, if you want to take futsal seriously, there is a career path. It may not be professional for a while, but you can certainly play for your country.
Oh, fantastic. Pete, thank you very much.